What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Plus Guys podcast. I'm your host, Cody, my co host, Jalil, and a special guest today, Algeron, aka Coach Al.
Going on.
Yo, Al, you want to say something?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Oh, what's
Can you
up,
hear me?
Cody? Alright, so it's been a while since we did one of these, mostly because Lil doesn't do his job, and Bill doesn't do his job either. Algeron, tell us, what was so special this weekend? What did you do?
Oh, I was 20th place at Catskill Regional.
Wait, it was
I
a
wanted to
regional
be
this
top
weekend?
16. Yeah, it was the regional.
Oh, wow, it was a regional.
Catskill, New York.
Oh, wow. How many people were there?
I think 250,
Oh wow, that's a lot of people.
255.
Okay. Was it a room full of bums?
There were some good players there. There was some bad players there, and there were some average players there. That's all.
So out of the 250 people, how many of them were bums?
I don't know. I didn't play all of them.
Oh, okay.
So
So you
I didn't
played
play.
nine people, right?
It was eight. It was 8 rounds. I played 8 people.
Was it 8 rounds? I thought it was nine.
No,
It
I
was
was
eight
eight.
rounds.
Oh,
Yeah, it
okay.
was
So
eight.
out of the 8 rounds, how many of those players were bums?
Uh, round one, he made mistakes. I'm not gonna call him a bum, but he made mistakes.
I'm not trying
Round
to get
two,
specifics, man. Just asking a number. How many bums you played?
one, I would go for sure one bum, maybe
So
two.
so out of 8 rounds, you didn't play one bum.
I said for sure one bum, maybe two.
Okay. Hey, look, I know you was a bum yesterday, but like, was there any other
100%.
bums that you played?
Everyone I played, everyone I played,
Everyone.
everyone I played.
How many rounds you played until
I
you
was,
dropped?
I was out of there. I think round five.
Oh
I
wow,
think.
damn, you was
Yeah,
early.
round
You
five.
Shit.
played 5 rounds. I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah. I
I think
played
he
five
added
rounds.
rounds too, right? He added some rounds.
But
I probably did. Because
I think it was
he
about
added
round
rounds
three. Talk about yeah, I played the round five. You
'cause
know.
in the car you said you had the same record X3, but you didn't win the game. So how did you play 5 rounds?
Yeah. How that work?
no, I did win one match. I did win one
Did
match.
you?
But yeah, my opponent didn't show up.
Oh okay. All right. Okay. So the
So
only
you
person
so
you
you
beat
played
yesterday
four.
was the
That's
guy you didn't
4
play.
rounds. The math
Huh?
still not adding up.
Yeah,
Four
math's not
rounds.
mathing right now because coach
Oh, okay, so it
said.
was four. So it was 4 rounds. It was four
Oh
rounds.
okay.
I lost count. It was 4
See,
rounds.
he
But
liked the
yeah,
guys who add inches. You know what I'm saying? He one of them. I got you. He one of
Yeah,
them.
but
Oh
no.
no.
Everyone I played was bum. I was just a bigger bum yesterday than they were.
Okay. Yeah, I played a couple of rounds yesterday. I don't know how many rounds I played specifically, but I played a couple. I think I
No,
was
you played like five. You like a round after me. It's okay.
no,
You got to.
no,
Yeah.
because you played four. You
Went to
played
round
four.
six. He went to round six.
Hey,
He went to round six.
All right,
oh,
I
so he
went
was
round
wasting
six.
time.
All right.
He was wasting
And
time. Okay, I got you.
he
He wasted
played
time.
the guy I played. He played the tier guy I played.
Oh, so he played a real player. Just got no, never mind.
He had a real card. Supag's a real card. I'll give him that. He played a real card.
Yeah.
You really can't do much when my man's just super poly my board. Like my whole board just consists of the super poly. It just choose
You can't
like which super poly
you
would hit
can't
win.
respond. You can't respond to that card either. Like
Yeah,
there's no
like
trap. There's no trap that he plays that can say super. Because even if he flip up Io's banned, anti spell whatever the case may be, he could just change
so
super power.
you can chain it. You can
Yeah.
set it like
But fun fact, IO does negate super poly if it's already active.
yeah,
Fun fact.
I just said he can chain it.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you can't
Yeah,
change that. Yeah.
I feel like that was like my first regionals, like that I actually really enjoyed. Like Catskill, I went out there. Um, I seen some people I knew. I seen some people that were like subscribers to the YouTube channel and stuff. You know, they were asking about the content and stuff. Um,
yeah.
I seen some people who just checking on my record and stuff. I guess they seen people on the team. Like
And
Yeah.
they
it's
were very,
cool. It's cool.
Yeah,
they
it's
were
probably the
very
first time.
nice.
It's probably
They
like
were
the
very
first time I
nice.
had fun. Yeah, it's probably the first time I had fun at the regional or whatever. Because I wasn't trying to like do good or anything like that. I was just
Yeah.
there to just to mess around. I was just there to mess around.
I think one thing I like it the most about the people who are like supporters of Plus Guys and stuff, who are fans of the content or the people who play and stuff, like they're pretty chill. We don't got no crazy niggas. They're pretty chill. I like that. Niggas are chill, respectful. They don't get in your
Got
face,
like 100,
asking for
got 100 of your
photos.
bags are open.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You know what I'm
No one
saying?
was trying to plot. They just kept saying your bag's open.
Yeah,
So
man.
you know,
Yeah. I had guys who played, some of y'all in tournament the other day, and they were like, "Oh, I played one of your players. Oh, this person. He beat me." Like, oh, okay. Like when the guy told me that Al beat him, I felt so confident. Like there was so much pressure off my shoulders because I literally
then
can't
what happened?
afford to lose one more round or I'm out. So when he said, "Yeah, Coach Al beat me," I'm playing. I'm like, "No, I have no idea what you're playing, bro. Like I have no clue." But in the back of my mind, I'm like, "But I know I won this because Al beat him, so I can't lose." And then I
Yeah.
lost.
Disrespect.
I lost Super Poly.
Disrespect.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yo,
He's
listen.
super. He activated super probably on me too, but I had Mystic Mind, so
Nah, but like you're playing a deck that doesn't care about Super Poly. Like legit, when Dot was playing yesterday, and the dude evenly matched him, he went activate, virus, tribute window, chain Super Poly. Like I'm just sitting there like whoa, like whoa, and then like he went so plus off of evenly. Like not only did he nuke his hand, but he ended on one monster, got a bunch of mills off, started fusion summoning, and it was just like, yo, what the
and
fuck?
then evenly resolved, and then the
Yeah,
monsters came
Snow's
out
in
after evenly
graveyard,
resolved.
Habitus is in hand. All this is in battle
Yeah,
phase. He looked at the dude's hand. The dude had tactics, the two of the spells, the quick play slight spells, and the Ronin Totem with swap engrave. It's just like there's just no way he wins this. There's just no way. He's down
yeah,
in
that's a
life
lot of
points. 3 minutes left.
that's
There's
a
just
lot
no
of
way.
that's a lot of advantage, and he's already wasted his battle phase.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 There's just
I almost got saved yesterday by a judge by accident.
Listen, bro.
My man's over here
Listen,
losing the match, and the judge like, "Let me give you extra minutes to try to figure it out."
like
yo, real
my
talk.
man went Soggy Dogwoods, Sanctum, Imperm. Who wouldn't think after that? Like what? Who wouldn't think
He's
after
like,
that? And time as well. And time as well.
Real
he's like,
talk.
yeah,
I'm cool with judges, but like I feel like judges just give too much attention, and that's the thing. I'm not sure if it's because, you know, it's because we're Team Plus guys or we're a team. I don't know, but I feel like judges be on it all the time, like unasked either. Like it's involuntary. Like you want to jump in and just get in the mix, and a lot of times
yeah,
Every
they don't know what they're
time,
talking about. They don't know what they're talking about.
every,
yeah, came over.
every time, every time we go to a regionals, it's either one or two plus guys that has a confrontation, not a confrontation, but a situation with a judge where it was just completely uncalled for.
I don't know. Like maybe they want to make sure they do their jobs. Like I like to look at it from the perspective of other people, right? So if you're at the table because you want to make sure no one's cheating or getting cheated or whatever, or maybe they want to make sure everything is good. All right, cool. Or maybe they know us, right? Maybe they know us. They want to watch us play. Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of good players in the team. So if I'm a judge, right, and I'm just standing around watching me play Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm gonna try to find the table with the best players are playing, right? That's gonna make the round go by so much faster. Unless someone calls for me, then I'll go walk to the table to handle the situation. But then I'm going right back to the table with the best players are playing, right? And I don't mind that. But when they just come out of nowhere and they just come in and shoot up hey, what's going on here? Oh, look, pick play faster. And it's like, nigga,
Like
what?
he was like, "Pay faster." My opponent said, "I think he was playing at a good pace." He was like, "Okay, that's fine. I'm still giving the slow play one." Like, bro, everybody
I'm
in
gonna give you
involved,
slow play. I'm gonna give you
and
slow play one
everybody
at
involved is
3 minutes.
telling you that I did not slow play you. I did not slow play, and you still gave me a slow play, whatever
Yeah.
it's called. Like we were,
Yeah.
you literally. I didn't even respond to him because I didn't want to
I
argue and I
wasted no
didn't want to get in
time.
the
As soon as the judge come to the cut, I start playing really fast. I start setting, do pass. Like, that's it. Go. They want you
or
play. They're
like
not watching me play, you know?
I didn't even respond. Like, bro, I wasn't slow. I didn't even respond to him
Nothing to
because I
say.
didn't want to give him a reason.
Yeah, nothing
I
to
didn't
say.
want to give him a reason to aggravate me all day. So I just
Yeah.
let him have it.
Yo, real
Yeah.
And
talk,
he ain't
though.
bothered.
Would y'all become judges, though? Like, that's a real question. Would you guys ever entertain the idea of becoming a judge?
For a 1 day event, maybe 2 days, probably not.
Mm. Because
Probably.
I remember I remember once upon a time, right? People used to say, "Yo, Cody, why don't you judge?" Because a lot of times I go to locals or anywhere, people playing Yu-Gi-Oh. I even got phone calls. That's the crazy part. I've had people call me up asking for rulings. I think one of the reasons why I'm so good at the game is because I know how cards interact. Mostly
Technically,
because
technical rulings.
I had experienced so many different types of interactions over the years where I just remember how they interact, and not to mention I know how to read card text, right? So that's one advantage I have because there's been so many times you go to an event, people don't understand how cards actually interact. They commit to a
Yeah,
play and they realize in the moment, like, oh, I'm not supposed to do this, and then they want to replay it, and it's like, no, you committed. You know what I'm saying? So I feel that's a skill because I'm never going to make that mistake. You know, unless the deck is relatively new and I've never seen it before. But even still, like I could probably just read the card text and out the gate, I would know how it works because problem solving card text. Cards are written a certain way. So if you know how this card written, then this card is written the same way. That means it's the same interactions. So my thing is like yesterday when I was watching people play, like I seen somebody. It was one match. Um, Dude gets dark rulered, right? He activates the Splight Link 2 monster to target a monster in the graveyard to special summon. Then chains Fairy Tale Snow, banishes the Link monster, Snow comes out, and then he tries to summon the monster out the graveyard. His opponent tells him, you can't do that. And the guy said that Dark Ruler, the guy goes, you told me that Dark Ruler negates monsters in the field. He goes, yes, all monsters in the field are negated. But even though that Link monster left the field, it remains negated for the rest of the turn. Like, it follows it to the graveyard.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Kind of like Steel Drain and Heavenly Spears, right?
Well, my thing is that
How
the
is he
dude didn't
responding with
understand.
outfits that ruler anyway?
The dude didn't understand, right? And we're like closer to the top tables. Like I probably say around table
Oh,
20, table 20 and 30. Let's around that area, right? But it was still early in the tournament though, so I don't put too much stock in players who are in the top tables and early in the tournament because anybody could be up there. You start up there and you end up way back. So I'm up there watching people play, and I saw the interaction, and the guy looks at me and I go, yeah, he's right. It's negated. You have to judge though, but it's negated, right? And just stuff like that. Like I feel like I'm personally qualified. Where if I were to take the judge test, I would probably pass. I'd be shocked if I didn't
Yeah,
pass it. You know.
uh, yeah,
It's
like
huh.
yeah, my man's telling you, no, it's okay. The card's still negated. I'm just gonna summon from the deck
And
with the
it's
Heavenly
crazy
Spears and
that
Steel Drain.
certain people that we know that are judges. It's like, how are you a judge? Like you don't know the fuck you're doing. Like how are you a judge? You know what I'm saying? Like how is this possible? You don't know your
It's like
cards.
yesterday. I think yesterday, James had a ruling question, whatever, about
Oh yeah, Sky
Sky
Cavalry.
Cavalry,
Sky
and
Cavalry,
I think it's
yeah.
what's the water thingy?
It's the I forgot the name of the warrior tinny, but yeah, Monk got punched. For the people who are listening, so James Guerrero's his turn player. He attacks a monk of the tinny with Sky Cavalry. It's a rank 2 exceed, right? And he
And
uses the effect to bounce the monk back to the hand. But his opponent was under the impression that he would trigger the War Team's monster effect in the graveyard because apparently he thought the monster was supposed to be destroyed because of the damage calculation, whatever. So you can activate this card effect and summon it and pop the fucking cavalry because he didn't want James against Zeus, clearly, right? And the judge comes over and says, "Yeah, he's right. Like the monster is
he
supposed to
didn't.
be destroyed, so it will resolve." And James, being a very seasoned veteran player, goes appeal to head judge. Head judge comes over, rules in James' favor. They continue the duel. James ends up winning the duel, right?
Hmm,
But that was a nightmare in itself because it's like, yo, like, what's worse, when one person doesn't know a ruling or when multiple people don't know a ruling?
Yeah, like 15 minutes. They gave like a 15-minute extension for that.
And if
Yeah.
you know the rule, like I remember before the Solomon Great Falco, the bounce extra deck ruling where it's not supposed to come out,
Mm-hmm.
and the head judge ruled it into a person's favor where he would still get the monster, and he won that game.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I went to
Like,
ICG locals like a couple of weeks ago. It was the same day I picked up that tier deck. Al, you was there, and I used Masquerade's effect to dump, right? And the guy negated Masquerade. So then I try to use the effect again the next turn, and the guy goes, "You can't do that." And I go,
Oh,
"Well,
you mean Mary Jane? You
Mary
mean
J,
Mary
Mary J,
Jane?
yeah, Mary J." And I go,
Yeah.
"Mary J got negated, so I could do it again."
Yep.
And he
Yes,
goes,
you
"No, you
can.
can't." And he didn't just say it. William said it, and then like the whole room was like, "No, you can't." Like I'm like, "Yes, you can." Like I know what I'm talking about. And I was like, "You
Yeah,
know what?
yeah,
I'm not arguing with y'all." And then you have people coming up like, "No, you really can't because of this, that." And I'm like, bro, listen. I know you're wrong, and I don't feel like arguing with you. So I'm gonna go to judge's lounge. I'm gonna pull up the ruling. I'm gonna show you my phone, and that's gonna be the end of that. And I did that.
yeah,
And that's one thing I like about Yu-Gi-Oh players. If you show them evidence, any type of source material that says this is how this works, and they respect the source material, conversation's over. And then they might ask a question like, "But why is it worded like that? Or why does it interact like that?" And
Yeah,
then,
like they're not saying you're wrong, but it just probably doesn't make
yeah, now
sense
they
to
want to
them. So they're
understand it. They
trying.
want to understand for the future, and I like that about the Yu-Gi-Oh community. That's one thing I like about the community. When they're proven wrong, they will accept it and then try to learn from it. So in the future, they don't look ignorant. You know.
yeah.
But I don't know. It's like in those instances, it's very uncomfortable for me personally speaking, because I don't like to say shit I don't know about. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like to just talk out my neck. Like I like to know what I'm talking about. So when I know some shit and everyone's telling me I'm wrong, now y'all make me feel like I'm crazy. So now I gotta look shit up. I gotta look shit up. And one thing I hate about this game is niggas change rulings. Like head judges,
Yeah,
like those cards is like, oh, depending on your head judge is how it rule. I hate
yeah,
those.
rules change from event to event. It's just very weird. Like
Yeah,
there's no continuity to the game itself. It's just
yeah.
however I feel about this is how it's gonna be
What was the
ruled.
last ruling like that in recent years? Can y'all remember
I think
that?
it's Chimera and Book of Moon or something like that.
Chimera and
Guardian
Book
Chimera
of
and Book of
Moon.
Moon. Yeah.
What did they
Doesn't
say?
remember the material that was. Doesn't remember where the material was used from for the effect.
And what was the logic behind that one?
So because it's flip face down, it doesn't remember the material that was used for or where it came
Oh, so it
from.
doesn't pop.
It doesn't pop and it doesn't draw.
Oh, wow. Is that still a thing or
Yeah,
no?
I have no idea. I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh in I don't know how long.
Oh, wow. Wow. So
Yeah,
depending on your head judge dictates what happens.
yeah, pretty much. I think another ruling was Book of Moon versus Virtual World Monsters. I don't know if
Oh,
that was
yeah. I
resolved.
remember that ruling. I remember that ruling.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah.
I don't know if that was
They
resolved. I don't know
don't
if like
I
know.
think
It
the ruling
fizzles.
is they still resolve, right?
Well,
do
the
they still
original
resolve?
ruling was they fizzle. Later on, because they have this thing I learned recently. Konami Japan has like I guess a group chat you can call it, where they communicate with Konami America and Konami Europe. So Konami
Yeah,
Europe and America can contact Konami Japan and ask them questions on rulings on how cards are supposed to interact. So when sets come out, there is a delay on how cards are ruled. So like I guess this was between the time frame before they had communications, but actually once they had the line of communication, that's when the virtual world ruling got overturned, and then they said that it would still resolve, you know, and stuff
no,
like
okay.
that kind of gets shit fucked up because hypothetically speaking, let's say I give a ruling that says, "Yo, the card gets negated, it fizzles," right? But then like a month later, the two servers whatever have their conversation, and then it gets a new ruling or overturned ruling. Now people might come to me going, "Oh, you're a liar, you cheated me, da 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 da, this is how it's ruled." And it's just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Just because they changed their ruling or overturned a rule don't mean what I said was wrong. It was correct at the time, you know. And that's one thing. That's one thing I
Time,
dislike about the
yeah.
community. Like people are always like, "This is why you lost. I lost because of you, not because I'm bad at this game." You know. You know, they want to push the blame to somebody else. You know. Like to be honest, I think yesterday, the one thing I hate the most about going to regionals didn't happen. When people come up to you, tell you about their previous round, cause I never care. Like I never care. I promise you, I never care. But you know, every time I used to go to regionals for YCS, people used to come to me like, "Oh, you wouldn't believe the last round. You know, he had Book of Moon and Voidwinker, and oh my God, the Eagle Booster and all that." And it's like, "Oh, okay, okay," you know. And then when they lose, It was nothing I could do. It was nothing I could do. He had Ash Blast for my Brain Fusion. He had Emperor for the Aluber. Yo, he had DD Crow for the Reinhardt. Like, what the? It's like, okay, all right, probably could have still won that match. You gotta tell me the times you misplay. You know,
It's like you're throwing shots right now.
no, I'm not throwing shots at nobody. It's just like it's very general. It's very general, but you know, it's a lot of people I know. You know, when they come up to you, they tell you how they had lost these unwinnable games, but they ain't talking about those winnable games. You know, they're very quiet on that one. You know what I'm saying? I think one thing we should.
Yeah.
I wish Yu-Gi-Oh! Regionals did or YCSs they allowed you to live stream your matches. I wish they allowed you to do that. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. I know some regionals they live stream the matches or whatever, but
No, but I'm talking about like people, like they can actually do it themselves. They have the equipment,
uh,
like one of those headwears with the cameras that point down on the forehead.
yeah,
Cause I seen
yeah.
what's his face name? What's his name? Shushu? What's his name?
Susu from head-to-head
Shoes.
battles.
Yeah, I seen them have that little
Yeah.
shit. You know,
Yeah. I mean, they do that at locals. I don't know if they do it at actual regions.
well they can't. You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to. Yeah, you. So I remember it was one nationals that me and I went to. That was Pittsburgh, right? Al? Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Pittsburgh.
that's the only one I went
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When we went there, they made people sign waivers to record people. It's kind of weird.
Uh,
Yeah, so if you want to record people in the actual venue, you gotta make them sign a waiver. You know. Yeah. And my thing is, why don't you just make everybody who walks to the event sign a waiver to participate? Like, why not just do that? Make it simpler, you know?
because not everyone wants to be recorded.
Yeah, but then you can't in the tournament. That's simple.
That's just because you want to record me doesn't mean I have to let you record me.
Yeah, but I think it's
Yeah, they would get backlash for that.
I think it's fairly
Yeah,
reasonable.
you can't do
I
that.
think it's very reasonable to do that, though.
You can't do that. You
They
can
already
opt in to do
record you,
it.
though. You know when you go to
You
YCS,
can,
when you walk in, they have you on the screen, right? On YouTube. You
yeah,
walking
if I don't
through.
want you to record my duel, I don't want you to record my duel. That's something completely different. Like
But
like you're allowed to sign up for like the live streams. Like they allow you to sign up for the live stream. They don't just randomly pick anybody anymore. You have to sign up for
but
that.
what's the big deal of being recorded while you play? What's the big deal?
I mean, I
Most
don't
people don't
think
get
it's a
recorded.
big deal, but
It's
it's
not a big
other
deal.
people that's.
Yeah, they don't get
Yeah.
recorded. Yeah.
Unless you're like a celebrity, you know, or maybe you make like a
Doesn't
lot of money and you don't want your shit out there like that. I don't see the big deal of of,
yeah.
of people
Yeah, you
recording.
don't. You don't because you don't care.
You know what's funny though?
Something you
I
can
ain't gonna
say.
hold you.
Yeah.
When I
Yeah.
was at Catskill yesterday, I
Mm-hmm.
felt like someone was taking a picture of me the way their phone was angled. And that shit
Yeah.
kind of had me raise an eyebrow. But I'm just like, nah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
being paranoid. Like, no one's going to take a picture of me. You know what I'm saying? And if they did take a picture of me, it would post up somewhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be on Zodiac or, like, I would get tagged. That's how I put it. I'd be tagged in the post if someone was
Yeah.
taking a picture of me. Like, or someone would just bring it up to me, you know? Like, in the instant messages and stuff like that. Like, yo, is this you? And send me a picture.
Yeah.
Do y'all like how y'all look when y'all watch y'all YouTube videos of y'all playing or just being at events and stuff? Like, do y'all like how y'all look?
I don't really pay attention too much myself.
Really? What about you, Al?
Yeah.
Watching. So you talking about when I was playing for Bomani?
Nah,
So
just
that's really.
deck profile videos, anything. Like,
Oh, oh, I look cool. Honestly, I always see how big I am because I'll be like,
yeah, I ain't
so
gonna
I'll
hold you. I be
be
looking
watching.
fat in these photos. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I be looking kind of fat. I don't know. Like, I look fat. Like, my face looks fat.
I,
Like,
yeah, they say the camera adds like 10 pounds or 5 pounds or whatever. I don't know if that's still
yo,
true or not. I don't know if it's still true or
I don't
not, but
know. I mean, Al might be a skinny nigga in real life, and just on the camera, they just add a bunch of weight.
That's cat. 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 It's cat.
You know, like you know what I'm saying? Like, but me, I don't
yeah.
know. Like when Tim taught the Connecticut regionals like months ago, I looked kind of fat in that photo. I didn't like that photo. I ain't gonna hold you. I was like, damn, I look like that.
Wasn't in the
Shit in
gym
the
at the
gym.
time,
That
man.
shit. Yeah, I was in the gym. I wasn't. I wasn't. Yeah, I have a question though. How do y'all feel about being in a relationship and playing Yu-Gi-Oh competitively? Like, how is that like for y'all?
Yeah, I'm not in a relationship. I
Nah,
don't
but you
know.
were in a relationship when you play Yu-Gi-Oh! Compatibility, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
I
you can
was.
speak on that. You have experience.
Yeah, it was alright, I guess.
So did it ever conflict?
Mhm.
Like did one ever conflict
No,
with the
cause
other?
no, cause it always gave us a reason to travel.
Also, they came with you
Hmm.
to the regionals or the
Like
YCSs.
YCS is like when I went to YCS in Houston, we went to Houston. I mean, it's not like we live like 6 hours away from Houston and just could go there anytime, but
So
it
did
gave us a
your
reason to go to Houston.
so did your partners spend their time in the venue, or were they like in the city just chilling?
I ate at the venue, and then later on, do whatever in the city or whatever. Because I think the when we did go, I was playing like Monarchs, and I was like that was the day I was like breaking like crazy. It's like, oh, we out here early anyway.
Oh,
So
okay. What about you, Al?
As of right now, I'm new to this, so as of right now, it doesn't conflict. I always tell her when I'm going to be at a tournament, so I'm not going to be responding that much. But I don't have much experience with that,
Would you
so
bring your
as
partner
of
to an
right
event?
now, not an issue. To an event, yes. The locals, no.
Okay, so if you
yeah,
regionals or YCS or nationals, which one you bring them to?
It, it doesn't matter. I'm just not bringing her to the local area because of the people, the type of people
No, I
that go
understand what
to
you're
our
saying. I
locals,
understand what you're saying.
like in the north.
So would you
But
have
like
her?
in
Would you have her come to
regionals,
the event
nationals, YCS,
like? Would you ever come to the venue, or would she just be in the town? Like,
um, it depends on her. What she wants to do. If she wants to stay there in the venue
yeah,
and watch me play, you can
that's
do
another
that.
thing.
Or if she wants to be in, it's up to her.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like depending on like the regional, like the YCS is or whatever. Like I'm not taking my partner to a regional that's in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. But like if we're like going to let's say like that's like Brooklyn or whatever. Let's say Brooklyn regional or whatever. That's fine because you can spend time in Brooklyn or take the train to New York City. But like let's say YCS like Pasadena. I would go to YCS Pasadena with my partner as opposed to going like YCS Hartford because it's not really much to do in Hartford
I will
as opposed to like
never
California.
bring a woman who does not play Yu-Gi-Oh on a Yu-Gi-Oh trip ever.
Why not?
Um, I'll speak from my personal experience. From my personal experience, I had a girlfriend back in 2017, I believe, or 2016,
Hmm.
that used to come to locals. This was during 2016, I think. This was back in 2016, yeah. I had a girlfriend used to come to locals at Ferry Street. Because, I was playing very competitive at the time. Like, I just started playing competitively. And I was getting some success, right? So, I was playing Peleas at the time, too. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what format it was. It was either 2016 or 2017, but I was definitely playing Paleo Frogs, and I was kicking ass at locals. And you know, you know how when your partner tries to hang out with you or talk to you when you're busy, they're in your business. Like, what you doing? What you doing? What you doing? So I'd be like, oh well, I'm testing Yu-Gi-Oh. Like I'm on Dueling Book or I'm Dueling Network. I forgot what website at the time was the big thing. If Dueling Book or Dueling Network was the thing, huh?
I think it was doing network.
It was Dueling
Yeah.
Network. Okay, so I was
Yeah.
on there and I was grinding on rated, trying to get my rated up points up and kick ass and get better, right? And then when I was free, I would hang out with her or go to class or whatever, right? And then um, on Thursdays or Wednesdays, I forgot which days was tournaments at Ferry Street, but one of those days was tournament. Every Thursday or Wednesday night, I would just be hard to find, and she would ask me like, "Yo, I never see you on these days. You don't answer your phone. Are you with a bitch? This, then, the third." It's so weird when you're getting accused of cheating, and then you tell your chick that no, I'm at Yu-Gi-Oh's locals. Like you're calling and
The
texting
thing,
me, and I'm not answering because I'm in a tournament. you know.
but like in case like well, because I had a car or whatever. But like in that case, like if you need to know where I was, you can just pull up. I'm here. It's not that
Well,
big
she
of a
didn't know what
deal.
I was doing. She didn't know. All she
Uh,
knew was on those days and time when she texted and called me, I did not respond until like 11:30, 12. So in her
see,
head, she thinking with a bitch.
that's low key on you though.
Well, at the time, I didn't really tell her like what I was doing because you gotta think about it, right? With me, I'm a very like low key, keep to myself type person with certain things I do. I don't really
Hmm.
advertise them as much to people and stuff. So, you know, it's one of those situations where it's like, you know what, I have to tell her because she thinks I'm cheating on her. So I told her like, yo,
Yeah.
on Thursdays nights, I'm at this location playing in a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. What? You are you serious? Like you couldn't think of a better lie? I'm like, listen, if you don't believe me, you can come next week. You know? She came. She's at the store. She watched me in the tournament. First 2, 3 rounds, I'm undefeated. I'm kicking ass. She's sitting there bored out of her mind. It was the most disrespectful thing when I'm playing somebody. I forgot who I was playing, but I'm playing them. After like 10, 15 minutes, I beat them. And she goes, are you done yet? Did you win? And the nigga was
Yeah.
salty. The nigga was salty. Oh, I didn't want to beat him in front of his girl, you know.
Oh,
I'm like, don't do that. I'm like, don't do
that's not like
that.
that.
And then, and
Yo,
she goes, and went back to her phone. And I'm like, she's problematic.
yeah, yo, isn't
Nah.
Al responsible for a breakup? Isn't he responsible for one of those?
Sheesh.
Hold on. Hold on. I am not responsible for that, bro.
All right,
I
man.
am not responsible.
Yo, I'm a
All right,
twisted
man.
dude. I'm twisted. When
That
I see
nigga be
somebody
doing.
with their girl, I want to beat them badly. I want to destroy them. I want to humiliate them. Like if you with your girl and you see me paired up with you, tell her to go away. Tell her to sit somewhere else. Don't let me catch a vision of you and her and have her sit next to you while we play. Because I'm gonna go super
That's
hard.
different.
I'm gonna
That's
go
different.
super hard. I want to embarrass you. I want to break your
Yeah, that's
spirit.
different.
That's
That's
different.
different.
Yo, you know what it
Yeah.
is? Yu-Gi-Oh for me is like 60% psychology for me. Like
Hmm.
there's the mechanics and the understanding of and all other stuff, but it's 60% psychology for me. Like yesterday, I was playing somebody, and he's playing Dragon Links, going to game two. I went first. No, he went first. He went first. Made his board right. I'm talking spheres, Baron, friends and stuff. And I go stand by main, anything, waiting for somebody thrown at me. Nothing cool. Activate extravagance. Dude shuffling his hand. I'm like, yo, why you thinking so hard? You gonna negate this? For real? He goes, I don't know. 7 cards looks a little scary. I'm like, oh, I thought you was a good Dragon Link player. My bad, bro. You know what? You negate it. I'll put it. No, no, no. He's like, no, no, no. I'm still thinking. I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm just like, are you sure? Because I could just negate. No, no, no. You might have a second one in hand. I don't know. I'm like, yeah, yeah, I could have a
What?
second one. Yeah,
What?
you're right. And
First of
you know
all, first
what?
of all,
He goes, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Draw your 2 cards. I drew the lava golem. I positioned the table so hard, like,
what?
I'm saying, you know,
First of all, you wouldn't even be able to activate the
you're
second
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But hey, listen,
one.
listen. My thing wasn't to correct him. My thing was to manipulate and move him in the way I wanted him to move. And he did what I wanted him to do. He let the actual ideas resolve. Because that board,
I gotta start. I gotta start trying that. I gotta start trying that. I
trying
need some
what?
practice in that.
What? Manipulating people?
Manipulating. Yeah, I gotta.
You know what it is? You know what it
Like to
is?
not negating, or honestly to negate.
Here,
Sometimes you want them to negate it.
here's my
Right?
thing, right?
Yeah.
You gotta have a good gauge. It's like poker to a certain extent. You have to have a gauge of who you're playing against, right? Is he a good player or is he a bum? You know, if you have the impression that he's a bum, then I would suggest to pull what you gotta pull to win. Now, I'm not saying cheat the man, but talk friendly with him. Get his guard down. Be suggestive with him. Like tell him what's the plays to make so he listens. Like it's a psychological thing. Because even if you break per se, because in that situation, if extravagance is negated, I lose that game. We're going to game 3. You know what I'm saying? So in my head, I want this card to resolve. And what's the best way how? Reverse psychology.
Yeah.
Reverse psychology. You know? Make him think I'm his friend and I want to see him succeed. So I'm going to suggest to him, yo, if you're a smart player, if you're good at this game, you're going to let extravagance resolve. Because why would you negate extravagance? You know? And he did. And I was like, oh my God, you're so smart. Lava go. You know? And you know what's crazy? I will never correct my opponent. Like, legit, it was one line of play that really made me scratch my head because the dude's playing Brave Dragon Links and he adds Griffin to his hand. Mind you, the continuous spell's on board. Avid Adventure. Not one point does he add the equip spell. And he summoned a bunch of times and he never added the equip spell. I don't know what the fuck's going on. And then all of a sudden he adds Griffin and starts thinking on what to dump. And I'm like, if you had searched the equip spell, you would have just dumped it, and then you would have equipped it, and then you could have summoned Griffin. And he goes, that's assuming I didn't open up with it. And I go, yeah, you're right, because if you opened up with it, you damn sure should discard it because you want to hold it for the next turn. And he goes, exactly. And then he just, and it's crazy because he dumped the monster, and then I'm just like, whoa, like, whoa. You know, and it's just like, hey, listen, I'm not going to correct him. I'm going to think with him. He's always right. You know what I'm saying? He's the customer. He's always right. You know?
Yeah.
And it's like with regionals, in my opinion, I think regionals are just big locals. That's how I look at them at this point. They're just big locals. You play against a bunch of randoms and a bunch of random decks. And mostly, and a couple of meta decks too, you know, depending on how far you get. If you build a deck that's prepared for the meta and the rogue, you're going to have a good time. If you don't, you're not going to have a good time. I think what made me really good at being successful at regionals was the fact that I educated myself on all the rogue decks that were relevant for whatever format I played in. Because it be the rogue decks that really be kicking ass at regionals. I ain't going to hold you.
Yeah, like didn't the dude win Math Max yesterday?
Yeah, but that's not rogue though.
It's
That's
not.
Yep. Mathemax is
it's not
yeah,
rogue. It used to
they got a
be.
new card like
Yeah, the
and
new
that
card
card
makes them really good.
is disgusting.
Uh,
Yeah, they got a one card combo now, and it's all hand traps and board breakers. So the deck is really, really good now.
uh,
I think what would be a good indicator of rogue is that new deck from Tactical Masters, the one that mills and banishes your cards.
Mr. Runes.
Yeah, this dude was playing
Yeah.
Mystic Mind, Mr. Runes yesterday with TC Boo, and
Just floodgate that deck.
yeah, like S Dot played against that shit like round 6 or 7. And I'm walking over to the table and I'm just sitting there like Dot has a full board of Mystic Mind and TC Boo. Like, he's in trouble. And I look at his hand, he has Denko Sekka. I'm like, okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. And then, you know, he drew into the Cosmic Cyclone. I'm like, oh, yep, that's game. And he goes, stand by
Yeah.
main. And the nigga didn't say nothing. And he went, summon Denko. Summon good? Alright, cool. Chain Cosmic Cyclone. Get rid of that Mystic Mind. And for whatever reason, my man's picked up the set card. I'm just like, why did you pick it up? Why did you pick it up?
Why you doing that, bro?
Yeah, put
It's
it
a
back
wrap.
down. Put it back
It's
down.
a
Look
wrap.
at it. Look at them cards.
Go,
Man.
go summon.
Yeah.
They go summon. Them cards are not even getting popped. They're going to stay right
and the
there.
field spell was on board, so Dot's monsters like all over 3K, like all the fusions over 3K.
Yeah, that's game. That's
Yeah,
game.
it was ridiculously just game, and I was just like,
One Brandon fusion is game, and that's what it is, to be honest
yeah.
with you.
But in that scenario, though, in my head, I'm just like, wow, that's crazy. Like, Denko Cosmic, GG, nothing you could do.
Yeah, that game was done.
Super Poly,
That game was done.
Super Poly, Reinhardt, nothing you can do. It's just GG. Like this, like in this format right now, there's just so many interactions that just happen where it's just like there's nothing you can do. Easily match, starter, GG.
Yeah.
You know, I like the blowouts. I think this is one of the few formats where blowout cards are like in a good place, in my opinion.
They actually matter.
Like I don't think they're ridiculously overpowered or ridiculously stupid. And like, you know
But
what I'm
this is the
saying?
format. This is the format where they actually matter because at a certain point it was just floodgate monster after floodgate monster, and now it's just people have to get
Yeah,
on
now
board.
you kind of have to break a board or play
Because
into a board.
Yeah.
half the time you Dark Ruler a tier player, you still might lose. Because they can play around Dark Ruler very well.
I mean, honestly, if you're playing against tiers, I would just evenly match them. Like, that's my opinion.
Yep.
Like, evenly match or Lava Golem or Sphere Mode. Like,
That's why I'm prepared for that card. I'm always just sided in crime, and I'm always just searching crime.
honestly
And then
speaking,
crime brings it here.
What do you think the three best
and
decks
which
right now is, Al?
can you fuse again? Probably tier Sprite Mathmech no, I'm sorry, tier. It's tier and Sprite in between Mathmech and versions of Punk.
Your mic is kind
Probably.
of getting shitty right now. I think it's your reception.
Can you can you hear me now?
It's not even better. It's not getting any better. It's probably your area you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm outside of ICG now,
Yeah,
so I
your
don't know
reception's
if
terrible right
that's the
now.
reason.
Terrible. It's terrible.
Let me take my headphones out and see if it's I'm talking on the phone, it gets better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, his reception's terrible.
I might start playing Yu-Gi-Oh again.
What time does
All
ICG start?
right,
It's not any better,
is that
Al.
better?
It's not much better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's probably just the
Yeah, I
reception
might
out
start.
there.
Yeah.
You see one
I might
play
start
Yu-Gi-Oh
playing.
again though?
Yeah, I might start playing Yu-Gi-Oh again. Two
What
looks
deck
like
you
it's
want to
fun.
play?
Two
Try
elements.
one more
So
thing.
yeah,
So
two elements like
Okay.
so my question is to you, Lil.
yeah.
If you buy a tier deck, what's your expectations?
I don't know, just have fun. Low key, I don't really care about being competitive. I just like having fun.
Oh man. Well, my motto in Plus Guys is it's not about winning. It's about the memories you build with your friends. What's so funny? What's so funny? What
Nothing,
happened?
man. Nothing, man. Nothing, man. Nothing.
What's so funny? That's my
Nothing,
motto.
nothing, man.
Aldra, is that my
Yeah.
motto?
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
there?
Your mom.
Oh, it's my.
Yeah. Hello.
Get off this. Get off this. All right, it's been fun, Al. It's been fun. It's been fun, Al. It's been fun. It's been fun. Yeah.
Have fun. Have fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Yeah, but yeah, that's my motto in Plus Guys gaming. You know, it's not about winning. It's the bonds and the memories you make with your friends.
Right.
You know, that's what I'm about. But on
Sure.
a,
Okay.
but on a side note, though, I respect that. Though, at least you know what you want to do. I mean, honestly speaking, like that's my thing about this game, right? You're dropping like $400 or $500, $600 on a deck. Because if you start from scratch, you dropping some bread, right? You dropping bread, and it's like, what are you gonna do with this deck now? You know, because
Yeah.
I'm not rich, right? Like, and even if
Don't
I
don't lie.
was
Don't lie to
rich,
people.
well, no, I'm not rich. But even if I was rich, I still live off the principle of I can't throw away money. Like I have to get that money back in some shape or fashion. Like, and that was one of the reasons why I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Because back in college, I played mostly like MOBA games and online stuff, right? MMORPGs and stuff like that. But, excuse me, in those games, you'll spend money on subscriptions or whatever, and you're not seeing that shit back. It's gone forever. That shit's just gone.
Yeah.
At least with Yu-Gi-Oh, if I put money into it, I can get my money back plus more. You know?
Yeah.
So my thing is now it's like, okay, let's say hypothetically speaking, I do spend $500 on a Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Okay, that means I gotta go to locals like as much as I can. Because people might not know this, right? When it comes to making money, you're not gonna make money winning a regionals. You're not gonna make money winning a YCS. You will, however, make the most profits going to locals and grinding locals because it's just low expense, you know. It's very low expense. Locals is in your local area. You know, it costs $10 to enter. The commute can't be that crazy, so the gas isn't gonna kill you, right? You get free OTS packs, and then you get like a free box or whatever, depending on which place you come in, right? That's just free money right there. Especially if you're good at it. If you're very good at the game, it's free money. You know, you can make probably $50 per night going to locals, just off of winning, just off of just topping / winning, right? You know, versus going to regionals. You know, you're gonna get 20 packs, not 20 packs, but $20 worth of packs, and then you'll get like a mat and a deck box, right? You might be able to sell them, you might not be able to sell them. And if you do sell them, you're not gonna make that much. And regionals are like maybe once a month type thing, or maybe twice a month. But locals, that's practically every night, depending on where you live at. You know, so if you're like for me, I was a broke college student. I was a brokey. You know what I'm saying? So it's a college student.
Yeah, look at you now, rich.
Huh?
So you look at you now, all rich.
Nah, far from it. But if I was a broke college student again, I would be going to locals. I'd be grinding, going 4 or 5 times a week. making a couple $100 a week off of just
Hmm.
Yu-Gi-Oh. Trying to get my money back. And then from there, it's just pure profits. That deck is an investment. I just can't throw that money away. But nowadays, I don't know. Like when I see people nowadays who buy all these fucking expensive ass cards and they barely go to locals, they barely go to regionals, they don't go to YCS, they don't do nothing. They just playing the cards with their friends, and I'm like, whoa, like y'all must have it good, cause shit, it couldn't be me. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yes, because it's kind of expensive, man, to not be using these cards for intended
Yeah,
purpose. I mean, I
like
understand. I understand if you like collecting, but like, bro, you can't be out here buying the cards that you can't buy. You can't be out here buying cards that devalue themselves because they
yeah.
reprinted.
It's like yo, like all right, I get it. Like some people they're rarity hoarders, right? They want to get the max rarity of whatever card they
Yeah,
get. You know what I'm saying? I respect that. You know what I'm saying? I respect that. But be good when you play those cards. And when the time comes, move those cards, sell them. Or if you're not gonna
yeah,
sell them in the moment, sell them down the road. Like, cause certain cards, they're gonna appreciate over time.
yeah.
Like for example, if I got Starlight Appaloosa, Starlight
That card.
Tactics,
How much is Starlight Appaloosa now? Let me
I don't
see.
know. It's money though.
That card.
It's money.
Yeah,
You know, Starlight Charmer, Starlight Dark or Light Charmer, like certain cards will appreciate over time. You know,
yeah.
me personally
Oh,
speaking, I have some old school cards that I keep that I know are worth money, and I'm not gonna move because
yeah,
part of me wants to just collect them. I don't consider myself a collector because I think if someone threw me a number high enough, I'll probably sell them, right?
yeah. I want you to take a guess how much Starlight Appaloosa is right now.
Over 600.
Um, yeah, you were not wrong. I'm gonna tell you that much. But you add $2,000 to that, and you got it.
Really? 2 G's?
Yeah, it's 2,600 right now.
And let me tell you, when that card first came out, definitely wasn't 2 G's, but it appreciated over time, right?
Yeah, that's insane. I wonder how much IP is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, you're doing all this because IP's probably up there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's insane. I knew I should have bought mine too. I should have bought this fucking card when I had a chance.
That's the one thing I hate about this game. When people be going like, "Oh, I wish I should have bought this." You could do it now. Do it now. Like, go find the new Starlights that are coming out and just start buying them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's never too late. You just need time. It's just a waiting game. Are you willing to just spend some bread, that you can afford to spend, and hope down the road it goes up? Excuse me.
yeah. Take a guess how much IP Masquerade is.
My guess, if IP is probably 1,200.
IP is 2,500.
Wow, I'm not even close.
Yeah, they've gotten up there. They've gotten up there. These cards
What's
are
one
crazy.
thing I learned after starting to vent and stuff, and like spending more time, um,
Hmm.
picking up cards and selling cards and stuff like that. I kind of realized that the Yu-Gi-Oh market is a good reflection of like the economy. Like
Um,
for me at least, like I think my analysis of the Yu-Gi-Oh market is a almost close analysis of the United States economy to a certain extent. Like
yeah.
if people can afford, like for example, right when the a couple months ago when the crypto market crashed, right,
Hmm.
the Yu-Gi-Oh market crashed too.
Yeah.
Like, and it wasn't like a crazy crash. It was just a lot of cards that were worth a lot of money went down
Hmm.
by a significant amount. Right?
Yeah.
The market got really cheap. Like it got really, really cheap. And I forgot what format that was. But the market got really, really cheap. And I'm noticing how like the cards I have that I'm buying and selling, they're not that high. Right? So when the cards are relatively cheap, my profit margins are saying, it follows with it, right? So
Yeah.
recently, with the power of elements, money started coming back into the game.
Yeah.
You got a field spell that was worth $100.
Yeah.
And that was like a meta staple card too that everyone needed, and everyone was down to pay $100 for that card. And I was just like, oh shit, like you know what I'm saying, like people wanted to buy the boxes. Like Power Element boxes are actually hard to find in stores right now.
That's the Chairman stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah. Tier
Yeah.
Element Splight, like that's a set that's hard to find in stores right now, which is kind
No,
of
okay.
crazy if you think about it. Because it's like you can go to the store right now, and if you ask for a box of Dimension Forces, they got it for you.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? You ask the Tactical Masters to just drop, they got it for you. But Power Elements, oh, we're sold out, man. I can get it in 2 weeks. My distributor.
Yeah.
And here's one thing, so y'all all know this, because I peeped this shit too a while ago, and I feel like people should know this shit. When you go to your local card shop, if the store owner mentions anything about the distributor, they're lying. They're lying. Like if they tell you, oh, I ordered the OTS box and the distributor said no, they're lying. Or if they go, oh, I got in the case of, but they're lying. Distributors are like the fucking Santa Claus, but for like all the bad shit that happens, like card shops or anybody that does this stuff, they always blame the distributor for any bullshit.
Scapegoat.
It's the scapegoat. It's not the distributor. It's not the distributor's fault. What probably happened was they allocated a certain amount of, product. They got what they asked for. The set was more fire than they thought it would be. They have a high demand of it, and now they're scrambling trying to get more product without having to pay out the ass for it, because once shit's up, it stays up. So you can only get a certain amount of money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, 5 months ago when you pre-ordered for the set, you didn't know it was gonna be up. So the number was really low. But now you're asking for it, it's super high. And it's like, is it worth it? That's why certain stores upcharge, like later on and stuff, So like sets like Power Elements, that's probably the best set this year. That's probably the best set this year. I don't think it's gonna get any better. Megatons, I don't know. Megatons might be the same set too, like because Megatons looking kind of crazy right now. I ain't gonna hold you.
When do they come out?
Megatons come out September 12th or 16th.
Oh, okay.
It's September though. I believe it's like the second week of September.
Yeah.
Week of September. But that's gonna be either the best set this year or the second best set this year, because it has too much money in the set, and everybody's gonna be looking for that set because it has Ash reprints. Any set with Ash reprints gonna be money out the gate. But then you got Ash and a bunch of other fire cards. Like what? Like
speaking of which, we still haven't gotten Ulti Ash. We want to put it out there. We need justice for Ash.
Let me ask you a question. If you're Konami, right, and OTS packs are always gonna sell, why make the Ash ulti? Like what do they gain?
Why not?
What do they
Why
gain?
not?
What do they gain?
I mean, what do you lose?
An Ash reprint.
That's cap. Ash is always a good card.
True, but the number might go down.
First, for one, they printed in common like 4 or 5 times already. So printing in Ulti is not that
Is there a
big.
Starlight Ash Blossom?
No, there isn't.
Do you think Starlight Ash Blossom price would be affected if there was an Ulti Ash Blossom?
No. We have Ulti DD Crow. So here's the thing, right? We have Ulti DD Crow, right? We also have Starlight DD Crow.
But how much is Starlight DD Crow?
Well, Starlight's gonna be more expensive because they're harder to find. So that's not
always true. That's not always true.
It is.
That's not always true. There's I'm pretty sure Ulti Veiler is worth more than Starlight Veiler.
Because Ulti Veiler is also older than Starlight Veiler. You have to remember the card is also older. So,
yeah, right now, what I'm saying is that I feel like
right now Starlight DD Crow is $649.
Okay.
DD Crow Ultimate Rare is hold on a second because they're all damaged. Ulti is $324.
This is just money right here. I ain't gonna hold you. This is money.
Yeah. So it won't affect it too much. The two, it's a card we've been wanting for a very long time now, honestly. You give us every other card. You give us Ulti Imperm before we got Ulti Ash. Now we're getting, I think, Starlight Ghost Spell. I mean, Ghost Spell did come out before Ash did, I think, right? Or was
So
it
so here's my
one? It was
question
one
to
of them.
you. Here's my question to you, right?
Yeah.
Do you think the number so if there isn't a ulti Ash Blossom, right? If, in the theory that there is no
Mm-hmm.
ulti Ash Blossom and the release of
Mm-hmm.
Starlight Ash, right? Versus releasing
Mm-hmm.
ulti Ash and Starlight Ash, which Starlight be worth more money?
What do you mean?
So in the scenario, Universe One, right? There's
Mm-hmm.
just Starlight Ash. There is no
Mm-hmm.
ulti. Universe
Mm-hmm.
Two, there's a Starlight Ash and a ulti Ash. Which universe's Ash that Starlight be worth more?
So the Starlight Ash should probably be more, but the only reason is because we want the higher rarity of Ash. All we had was secrets up until now, and
Yeah.
it's been a staple handicap for a very long time. Like it's been staple since it came out. Like it's been every deck list since it came out. It's the one card that is a staple, no
I
matter
don't
what
know.
format you're in. It's there. And no matter what format you're in, it's there.
I think if Ash did get an ulti, it's gonna be years from now.
It it shouldn't though. You see what I'm saying? We got Ulti Nibiru, we have Ulti Imperm,
Yeah,
we have Ulti
Nibiru skipping the
Drop
line was kind of crazy. Like that was kind of crazy how Nibiru
along
skipped
with
the line.
Along with
Don't
Imperm.
get me
It's just
wrong, yeah, yeah, yeah. Those, they skipped the line. But I don't know. Like
yeah.
I feel like Konami, the way they're moving, I think it's gonna be one of those sets where it'd be a sucky OTS set or whatever, and they have to throw the Ash in there, so
Well,
it
we've had a
sells.
couple of those. We've had a couple of those. We had the one
What was
with
the
Dark
worst
Requiem
OTS
Dragon.
set?
In recent years, I can remember was the one with Dark Requiem Dragon. I think it was Armed Dragon level 10, the
Mm-hmm.
the new one, and I think I forgot what else I forgot the other ulti was. I mean, it might have been Hockey Five Racks, and that was the chase card.
Okay,
Honestly,
well
it was how
Hulk saved it.
did it though.
Yeah, because from
That
my
was a
from
time
my
like
personal experience,
that's another thing though. No one was playing Hockey Five Racks at the time either. So you gotta remember, no one was playing that card at the time.
yeah, but Hulk is
So it didn't.
Ulti Hulk is bred though. Like before they limited the card, it was bred. Like
I mean, technically, it's still bread. You only play the card at one. It's like $50 now. So
I don't get that too. Why is it that cards that are one of when they get hit, they go down in value? Like why? It never makes sense to me. Like why would they go down in value?
I don't know. I don't know.
You know, because you only like
Yeah,
who played more than one Hulk? And all right, maybe people played two. Like maybe like in the fucking
yeah.
Brave
Like
Sword
niche
Soul
situations.
shit. The
Like niche.
yeah, but
Yeah.
most people only played one Hulk. So why did Ulti Hulk go down? Why did regular Hulk go down? Like when it got limited, like bro, who was playing three?
No one. No one.
And that's
No
the
one.
thing where I feel
Yeah.
like the market is stupid. Like at certain times, like just watching the market reacts to shit, it's like, oh y'all dumb. Like you know what I'm saying? Like y'all kind of dumb. Like even right now, dangers are bred right now. Like I went to Catskill yesterday because somebody asked me for a danger package. I'm like, all right, I got
Yeah.
you. I was asking the
But the
whole
thing.
room.
Let me see.
Nobody wants to sell
Nessie.
dangers. Everybody's looking for
Let me see.
dangers.
Secret Nessies are $45.
Yes, they are. They absolutely are. I spent $40 on Nessie's yesterday.
Tsuchinoko's always been expensive though.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
but that
Tsuchinoko's
see
always
that
been
makes sense
expensive.
though. That makes sense
Yeah.
because that's level 3, and you could apply it to a lot of rogue decks. So it's
But
just
Jackalope is not. You see what I'm saying? Jackalope is also
I don't understand that one
a level.
either. But maybe
It's
someone,
like $5.
yeah, maybe
Yeah.
somebody who plays those rogue decks can understand me to explain to me why that card's better than the other card. I don't know why, but hey, it's whatever, right?
I guess it's because Tsuchinoko revives itself if it gets sent to the graveyard. I
But you
guess that's
know
like
why
the only
Nessie's so expensive?
to the searches, right?
Not because of that.
Wow.
It's an aqua.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that either until I watched the Dueling Book video on YouTube. Because sometimes I watch those automated videos, um,
Yeah.
and I saw Nessie get put back in the deck when T Element used the effect, and they summoned the T Element kick card. I'm just like, what the fuck? And it's like Nessie's aqua. And the fusion
Yeah.
says one tier card, one aqua. I'm like, oh, that's nuts. Whoa, like, oh no,
Yeah.
like, you
You know this
know.
is Aqua? I'm pretty sure it's Gamma Cell. Gamma Cell's Aqua. I'm surprised no one's playing
Gamma
that
Cell is an
card.
aqua. It is.
Yeah, I'm surprised no one's playing that card. It's an Aqua
Because
also.
it's not applicable. Like you need a card that's in the graveyard on the field. Like you can use the
Yeah,
hand,
yeah.
sure, but you rather
Like
use a
the
card.
way, but like I'm saying, right? Like it's an easy out that you can play in the deck, and you can use it as fusion material. Like it's easy super poly target for you. Like if you kite somebody in super poly, like it's easy.
You
But I
know,
guess I don't know. I haven't played the game in a while, so I don't know.
you know what it is though. I'll tell you one thing, right? Stuff like that makes sense when you say it like that, right?
Yeah,
But the problem in the Yu-Gi-Oh community is people don't really think forward. There's very few
yeah,
forward-thinking players in the community. People tend to
yeah,
just imitate and try to perfect the imitation as best they can. But forward thinking is actually frowned upon in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. It's very weird. It's very weird. Like people will go to you if you want an event and go, I need the goo. What's your list? Da, 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 da. And it's like, all right, here you go, right? But say you're in the same situation, but the night before the event with the same list, and you go, hey, I think Math mix are really good. I think they have a very good matchup against this deck and this interaction, and then da 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 da. People gonna be like, you lost your fucking mind. Like that deck's trash. But those same people the day after will be on your coattails, deriding you, trying to get your list, trying to
yeah,
get the sauce, and then be like, oh man, I was thinking about playing this deck too. Like it's crazy. Like yo, put me on. It's like we gotta talk.
yeah. We were talking about that. Yeah, we were talking about that last night in the car on the way home.
Oh
Like
really?
how yeah, remember we were talking about that. Like people want to copy deck lists and stuff like that. But like it doesn't work out the same way for everyone because not
Oh
everyone
yeah,
plays the
yeah,
same.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Don't get me wrong
like
though. Don't get me wrong. Like I do think like certain people are terrible deck builders, right?
yeah,
And they're pretty good pilots. Like they're really, really good as a pilot. And those people who can't build a deck for shit, they gotta go get the goo. They gotta go find
yeah,
somebody to copy off of. Maybe you two
yeah,
might be their best friend. And no knock to nobody, because to be honest, when I first started playing the game back in like 2013, 2014, um, I was a terrible deck builder. I was horrible, horrendous.
mm,
But then somebody explained to me the fundamentals of deck building and ratios and stuff and consistency and stuff like that and the numbers behind certain things. And once I got a good grasp at it, I didn't need help anymore. I didn't need to copy no one's homework. I can just read cards and then from there just go off.
yeah,
If I'm feeling lazy, I might ask for a skeleton from somebody. Like if I'm really, really feeling lazy, I might go on YouTube, look at a skeleton of a deck profile video, and just see like the direction of where they're going, and then just start reading cards. If I'm feeling lazy,
yeah,
but 9 times out of 10, I'll probably have a good idea of how I want to build a deck, off of just watching someone play it. Like I could be like, oh that deck, like you ever been in a local, saw someone play a deck and go, I want to play that.
yeah.
But not
Like
because they're winning, just because of like the crazy
it looks fun.
interactions.
Yeah, it's the way it looks. It's the way it
Yeah.
interacts with things. Yeah, it's fun.
I remember I watched someone play crawlers, and I wanted to play crawlers. Like real talk, I thought like you
Yeah,
understand. Like I thought crawlers was busted. Like my man was flipping cards and going off. Like all their flip effects were
yeah.
fucking annoying, and they could just keep going and it's like whoa, and then you realize flipper back monsters are not good.
Unless they're Shaddolls, and even those aren't like that great.
Yo, but the thing is, when was the last time you see a set Shadow monster?
Unless it's something about the Falco, then never.
When was the last time you seen a Falco?
Ooh,
Like that's one thing I like about Konami. Konami knows how to make some shit that's bad good. Like before Thunderies, tribute summoning was garbage. The last decent tribute summoning deck was Dracos. Before that was Monarchs. Before that, I don't even know. Like you know what I'm saying?
it was before that was Monarchs also. It was like
Yeah,
Frog
but like
Monsters.
you understand. But like that was many
Yeah,
many years though. That was
yeah.
many
It's
many
like
years, many
yeah,
years. You
it takes a
know.
while. Like it's like the ritual mechanic. Like they
Mhm.
can never they can like never make a ritual mechanic that's like not busted. Like it's either ritual mechanic is either like really trash or it's just really busted. There's no in between with
That's a
it.
fact. Certain game mechanics are inherently unfair. Even fusion summoning,
Yeah,
like fusion summoning was not good until recent years. Konami
yeah.
decided to
But
say, we're gonna make some broken ass fucking fusion spells.
the craziest thing about fusions is that fusions have like always been like the most busted monsters. It's just that summoning them was the hardest thing possible.
Yeah, you had to go really
Like
nag.
like yeah, like summoning them was like summoning like a ritual monster. The only difference was ritual monsters like really hard to summon with them, but it was it's insane.
That's one
You
thing
can't
about Yu-Gi-Oh. Like some shit can be trash, and then like one set comes
one
out, and now
card.
it's
Yeah,
it's
one card.
nuts. It's
They get like
nuts.
one card like when we had like Mermails when Mermails like were like really bad and then they got
Hmm.
Neptibus and it's like went fucking crazy. It was
Oh
like
yeah, Nephthys was a one card combo. Oh my
yeah.
god, that card was so fucking annoying because it required two cards. The first one was a
For
dump
what?
off a cost, and then the second one was effect.
Yeah. The craziest thing is you can't even ash that card. Like it's insane. Like, you can
Nope,
ash it, but it doesn't really matter.
nope.
Like it didn't even matter.
Dragoon was dump his cost off of water
Yeah,
effect. Effect a goon, like you know,
yeah.
like real talk. I think one thing that I really liked about the game was how remember back in 20 what year was that? Was that 2017, 2018 when Lynx came out? What year was that?
I have no idea. That was like I stopped playing that year. I was playing Q Draco too. I think it was like
So what year did you
2017.
stop playing?
Like 2017.
Okay, so 2017 Link Monsters come out, right?
Yeah.
And a huge chunk of the Yu-Gi-Oh community just decided to quit.
Yeah.
And then like a bunch of them started playing Dragon Ball Super, the card game, right?
Hmm.
Because like, oh, Yu-Gi-Oh's dead. Link Monsters killed the game, right? Master
Yeah.
Rule 4 is garbage. Yeah, I think it was Master Rule 4. Like, yeah, Master Rule 4 is garbage,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And Link Monsters are relatively ass. And then like I swear, like every other set, like they just kept dropping new Link support. They kept getting more and more broken. And every year
Yeah.
we kept getting a better Link monster. And in the back of my head, I'm just like, there ain't no way they can make a monster more broken than this. I
And
just kept
there's
saying
more
that.
busted.
No way, no. And it's like now you look backwards and it's like a sea of fucking Link monsters that were insanely nuts. It's like how the hell did this get
Yeah.
made? Like
Yeah,
like
I remember when I first started playing again, and the dude hit me for game with Boros. I was like, "Why is this guard legal?"
yeah, you cannot respond. I steal your
It's like
attack.
why?
Can't be sure by battle.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, "Why is this legal?"
The only Link monster I actually hated, like, because with me, sometimes I play and I come into a scenario where I don't like the game because certain cards are in the format that are really popular. Like
Hmm.
strategies don't really make me not want to play. Like a certain strategy does not make me want to play. It's a particular card itself that's getting abused that makes you not want to play. So
Yeah,
one of the cards that made me not want to play was Gumblar.
yeah,
Because I hate cards that rip cards out of my hand. I always did. Right? So I'm starting
yeah.
off
That's
with one
kind of
card. Literally, like you rip two off my turn, you rip two on your turn. I got two cards in my hand, but like you have an Omni negate, so now I'm down to one card. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And it's like decks like that I really hate. And Gumblar was a card I really hate the most. Like when it got banned, I was so happy. You know.
yeah. That's like the formats when we had like VFD. Like I don't like decks that say you just can't play the game. Even though I was playing one of those decks,
See, I didn't mind
but
BFD as much because I just said five
I hated
pass.
VFD. I
I
hated
summoned
VFD because it was
Dragoon
just
and I
like
said five pass. Like
it was like a congrats. I put this monster on board. You can't play Yu-Gi-Oh, and now I'm better than you. I was like,
yeah,
okay, well I guess
yeah,
okay.
yeah. But with VFD, it reminded me of cards like Azathoth, right? Because there was a time when Azathoth was running around, and I just
Yeah,
kept saying like, why is this card legal?
that's yeah. That's the crazy thing. Why does Konami keep printing cards like that? Why do you keep like
I don't
VFD
know.
like VFD should have been banned a very long time ago. Like when it was being played in Dinos like the first time, it should have been banned then. And then you bring out a deck that's even more busted and can make two of them. Yes, there's no reason this card should
Bro,
be legal.
bro, when the Azathoth was a thing, and people, it wasn't like people summoned Azathoth and did some shit that was like, what? That's it? No, niggas went Azathoth and then proceed to make an unbreakable board, or orchestrate the
Yeah,
return and fucking Girsu and just unfairness, like complete
yeah.
unfairness.
I could only imagine how it feels to like be a person that played against like Shockmaster. Like
Oh, see,
like there's
I
no
played
reason.
gadgets back in the day. I played gadgets back in the day, so I was Shockmaster looping people. And
Yeah, nah, y'all. See,
it
cards
wasn't
like that
as
shouldn't be.
impressive though. Shockmaster was not nearly as impressive as VFD and as Thought were. Because with Shockmaster, it wasn't a quick effect. It required three monsters, and you
That's
had to
fair.
declare. So, in theory, like Shockmaster, right? You go effective Shockmaster, like because you go summon, because you had to go ultimate offering.
Yeah,
You had to go ultimate offering and make it really, like realistically speaking, you had to go ultimate offering to make it right. And
yeah,
it was a trap card that was a one of, so you had to see the card, right?
yeah,
You actually played Yu-Gi-Oh back then, right? And then
yeah.
if you have the resources to go into the first Shockmaster, call trap or spell whatever, and then keep going, your opponent probably lost due anyways. You know, like they probably didn't really have much going for them besides maybe like a battle trap and stuff. You know, so it was
Yeah,
pretty fair back then. It was fair because you know you had opportunities of killing the gadget player before they can get to the opportunity of going Shockmaster and just rape you. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? But like now, first turn VFD, first turn as a thought. Oh shit! I have two monsters. Like I can no. I hate that. I hate that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think the most recent card that was like really annoying that I started to hate, and it wasn't even Mystic Mind. It was what you call it? What's that card? Dagda.
Oh yeah, because
Dagda.
it. So you hate Dagda, but you didn't mind BFD. Which is interesting.
So like my problem with Dagda versus my problem with VFD is that Dagda was being abused by decks that could literally just put two monsters on board. Cause like,
Interesting.
and it was like the fucking what you call it what you call it the dot scaper, right? Normal summon,
Oh
special
yeah,
link, do, and then
yeah,
like I made Dagda Anaconda with a DPE set pass, and that was just off of one card. I
yeah.
didn't even use the other cards in my hand, right? There is no VFD deck that's a one card combo. A
That's
lot of those
fair.
VFD decks are bricky. Dinosaurs, Virtual Worlds, like those decks require two,
Yeah,
3 card combos. Like they were bricky ass decks. You had to play Garnets and stuff. But like with
yeah,
Dagda, you could just play one card and that's it. I got full
yeah.
combo. And there's no real bricks in that deck besides maybe Scythe, sure, whatever, right? And it's like,
Even
yeah.
but even with like just the site, you can just set the site and call it a day.
Yeah, you set the Scythe and get straight to the point. Anaconda,
Maybe
DPE.
make a anaconda. Yeah, maybe make the anaconda and just call it a day.
Yeah, like it was just like one of those situations.
Yeah,
Like I feel like okay, because my philosophy is I should be rewarded for making the correct decisions when I play you. So if I hand trap
yeah,
you correctly, your turn should be over. That's it. No, I got two
yeah,
monsters, Dacta,
yeah,
Anaconda, Sight Flock next turn. You know,
yeah.
and I thought when Anaconda got banned, people would just stop doing fucking Scythe, and then people went to Haka
Nope.
Fiber X. Like.
Yeah, they found another way.
Hack Fiber X, summon TG Wonder, Pop Scythe, summon Scythe, Synchro Summon, make
even
Baron.
though
Like,
even though it's like a lot worse now, which is fine. So like
is
you
it
have a
really
chance. You have a
worse
chance.
though? Is it
It
really?
is. It's a lot worse because like now you can go main phase, dark ruler, draw phase, imperm, and it's like the turn is over or whatever.
I mean, droplets, Dark Ruler, same shit, right?
Yeah, no, drop was so drop was different because what happened is right. Like I know because I used to play Fan Match, right? Even if you did have droplets, I could cipher twice in the same turn. Like it was nothing to cipher twice in the same turn.
Don't
But
get me
like
wrong.
now,
Don't get me wrong. You are right. There is more skill previous formats with the Scythe Lock where you can
yeah,
outplay the interaction cards that stop you from going combo. But
yeah,
like it's just like people are so upset with Scythe. Like people hate the card so much they wanted to get banned. And in my head, I'm just like, Scythe is not the problem.
it's Dagda
It's that.
because if Scythe gets banned, what you gonna say? Also gonna be left is Lancia, and Lancia is almost just as bad. Like
Nah,
if
that's
you play
niche. It's niche. It's niche. In certain
yeah,
decks, yes.
if you
In
play
certain decks, yes.
if you play a deck that relies on banishing, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Let's
yeah.
say
Absolutely, I
you have
agree
an
with you.
archetype you have an archetype that relies on banishing. Here comes Dagda back into the format to just ruin that
Second
deck's
Lance,
day.
yeah, pop, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. But in my honest opinion, though, I think Anaconda should get unbanned, and I think you should ban Dagda,
Absolutely not.
or you should ban Scythe. I
Absolutely not. Rotate should
I
not come back.
I personally believe into promoting strategies, and I think Anaconda's strategy was a fair strategy. Um, it just was unfair once people started doing the Scythe combo.
So I believe Earth should stay banned because of Dragoon and DPE.
But
Like
Dragoon's
you
not a
create,
problem. None of those cards are problematic right now because everybody's playing Cyber Poly.
yeah. Also, that's another card needs to be banned. Super needs to be banned. Also, that card needs to go.
I can't say that. I can't.
It needs to go. It should never came back. That card. That card needs to remain
Let me ask you a
banned.
question. Do you want a die roll format?
No, we have cards like Droplets and Dark Ruin for that.
I don't think those cards are enough.
You shouldn't have a card that says like let's say I spent like 10 turns setting my board up, right? I spent not 10 turns. I spent like 10 minutes setting my board up, right? And you said you play one card, just wipe it clear. Like there's no way.
But here's
There's
my
no
thing
way that's
though.
right.
Back in the day, Dark Ruler, Heavy Storm, those are just one cards that nuked the board and got rid of the issue. And that was Yu-Gi-Oh! And
That's
I feel
fair.
like it should be the
Fair.
same way now, to a certain
That's fair.
extent.
But my problem is you can't respond to Super Poly at all. Like there's not a
Yeah,
single
but
card.
but back in 2005, niggas didn't have Omni-Negates. They had Judgment,
Yeah.
but that's about it. Like, they didn't have, like, I summon this big-ass board and says you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, Super probably gets rid of boards that say you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not mad at the card. I'm not. Now,
Nah.
granted, I was playing a deck yesterday that basically say you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! So when I got Super Poly, I wasn't mad at the dude. I was like, yeah, you got it. Sugar, you know what I'm saying? Good job, man. My ass. Like,
Nah,
and that's it.
that card is insane.
I don't
That
think
card
it's
should
insane.
it should have remained banned.
Okay. I think the card is nuts. Don't get me wrong. I think the card is super powerful. However, I don't think the card, compared to the scaling of the game right now and how things work, I don't think that's
Yeah.
the most egregious card. Because if you get rid of Super Poly and someone makes a Super Negate board with a Scythe behind it, you just lose. You just lose.
I mean, if you get inside, you get inside regardless.
Nah,
The Super
because
Poly-
Super Poly gets rid of certain cards though. Like now, Haka Fibrax is not a safe card to play. It's a water. It's a machine.
That's
It's a
fair.
machine. Like there's so many different Super Poly targets now. You think this you're safe? You're not. Watch they make a new Super Poly fusion that says 2+ Link Monsters. That's when it gets really scary.
Yeah.
When the fusion material says Link Monster, when the fusion material says Link Monster plus a Dark Monster or Link Monster plus a whatever, like that's when the game gets really nutty. Because now there is no safe boards. Like that is the end all be all. And I think right now, I think Konami, when they printed Nibiru and Dark Ruler, they wanted the end all be all cards that just shit on any format if it gets too stupid. Because those cards are supposed to slow the game down. They're supposed to make you say, I don't want to play this deck because if I do, I'm gonna get punished for, you know what I'm saying? But nowadays, those cards don't do it. Like tiers are not scared of Nibiru. Aldron just told you not scared of Dark Ruler. The only card I really kind of hurts is the Alien Match, and they can still play around that card.
Yeah. I know Splight. They just like Nibiru, just like non-existent for them too.
Yeah. They just got too many different ways to just stop it. They got too many different ways.
Well, no, Gigantic just said you can't special them level to a
But it's
higher.
not just like Gigantic though. They got Carrot. Carrot negates it as well. So like even if they go a different route where they don't shoot the Gigantic out the gate, you can still just carry the gate. You know?
That and Toad also.
Yeah, like
Toad.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that deck in itself doesn't care, but what does hurt that deck is Super Poly. Both decks.
Yeah.
Both decks get killed by Super Poly. So it's just like you get rid of Super Poly right now. If I'm playing a non-tier or Slight deck, I'm having a very impossible time of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And if I am playing tier or Slight, if I'm going second into the boards they make, I'm gonna have a very hard time. Now, granted, you know, if you're playing tiers, you can play cards like Pheromones, Lava Golem. That makes it a little bit more easier, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Super Poly, I think that's one of my favorite cards right now. That's literally one of my favorite cards right now.
Like it's mine too. It's definitely fun to activate because you just watch somebody's board whole board just go. But I don't think it's a fair card. I don't think it's ever a fair card.
So what is the most
point of
egregious
game.
card in this format for you?
the most egregious card in this format is Mystic Mind. It'll always be Mystic Mind.
Really?
Yeah, it's a very low effort card. It's just a activate this card, now you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh type of thing.
I don't even think Mystic Mind is my biggest offender.
I've never liked Mystic Mind. It's Mystic Mind. I don't know why I didn't get banned a long time ago because it's another card that says you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh, like VFD.
Don't get me wrong. I think Mystic Mind should go because it's not slowing the game down. People are playing it in combo. Like that's the crazy
like
part.
It's being played in like combo decks. Like,
Card
I think
got misinterpreted. Like they reinterpreted the card design. They said yeah. Like no, we're gonna play this in combo.
you made this board. You made this board, so I'm gonna Mystic Mind you, and then combo through my Mystic Mind and your board.
Yeah, or
and
no,
I'm
gonna deck you out. I'm gonna deck you out. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna deck you out.
Yeah, over deck you out. Yeah,
because that's scary. Like yesterday when I was playing, any deck that can afford to play Mystic Mind is so scary for me. Because it's like, when you have judgment or cards to destroy the card or negate the card, you don't want to flip them up until you see the card, right? So like yesterday.
Yeah, until you see the mind, yeah.
Yeah, like yesterday I'm playing somebody, do Mystic Mind me. I had Heavy Storm Duster set. Before you Mystic Mind me, he set a card in the column. I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, should I pop that card? She I'm a column. Like, what should I do? He said, you know what? I'm be patient. And Mystic Mind. Wasted
clockwork.
No Mystic
Mind. Like clockwork.
He said,
he
set a card, Mystic Mind.
I think like 80% of the deck list yesterday had Mystic Mind in them.
Yeah, and I'm like, and it's so backwards thinking I have to side in Heavy Storm Dusters going first and in game 3 because I suspect
against a combo deck.
Yeah, I suspect they're gonna Mystic Mind me. And when End-Phase came, Duster popped those 2 cards, including the Mind, and then my turn, cool, kill you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And the craziest thing is, all the people that play Mystic Mind are combo players. It's not even the control players. Like, you expect the control player to be like, oh, I'll play Mystic Mind so I can protect my traps and my monsters. The one monster I have on board or whatever, like Golden Lord or something like that. You expect like a Elvis player like play Mystic Mind, something like that, because they can get rid of it, and they can actually set their traps and activate traps and stuff like that. But it's combo players that are playing it. And it's just like now that you not only blank my whole board, I have to play through your board again after just setting up my board. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's not healthy. It's not healthy at all.
I mean, Mystic Mind being played in combo, I think Konami has to either errata the card or ban the card. But in my honest opinion, I don't know.
I don't think there's a way to errata the card. Like.
You get out of the card. Necrovalley got around like 12 times. Like, they get out of the card if they wanted to.
Yeah, Necrovalley got more busted every time.
Now it's not. Now it's not busted. Now it's just...
No. Now it's just as busted as it was before.
No, now it's a good card, just not crazy. Like, it's niche.
No, that card is crazy.
Not because before the old card ruling was if you have Necrovalley on board, hand traps get negated. All of them. Simply activating a card that gets sent to graveyard, like even if it gets discarded, it gets negated. So Ash Blossom would have got negated in the old card text ruling. That's why they had to change it.
It's still busted. Like there's just it's busted still. Like
what if they go back chicken game?
No. We don't need any more FTKs.
But do you think mine's still getting played for chicken game's card?
Yes, because people play FTKs. Mm-hmm. You just switch. You'll switch from helmet to FTKs.
I mean, we literally have soft FTKs right now in game 3 when people go full combo flip anti-spell.
Yeah, in essence, yeah. But then you think about it, most decks can play through anti-spell now. Like Chairman play like
that's cap. If you got full combo with an anti-spell behind that, you low-key lose that. Like, I saw Dot play that shit yesterday. Someone had anti-spell, and he summoned Pranker Tops. And, like, it was nuts. Like, that prank really put a lot of work into a spike board. Like, it put a lot of work in. And if I'm not mistaken, he lost that game. Like, the card put a lot of work in. The Pranker Tops put a lot of work in. He came close, but he still lost that game. Like, you have to have a ridiculous hand and they gotta be super like punty. Like they have to really punt that game to
I don't know.
lose.
I don't like floodgates.
Yeah, I don't like them either. It might
But I
sound
play.
funny I'm saying that because I play backward, but I don't like floodgates. Not in the place that floodgates are right now. I think it's really unfair.
They're they are a necessary evil.
No,
But
they're
like
not.
like
No, they're not.
like TC Boo, cars like TC Boo, rivalry. They're not toxic. Like those aren't toxic floodgates. It's crazy to say, but they're not toxic floodgates because they facilitate one thing and one thing only.
I think a lot of cards
Like
weren't toxic on card design and the initial release. But after new support comes out, certain cards just become inherently
oh no,
unfair.
no, Mystic Mind, VFD, all those cards are toxic on release. Very
Um,
very toxic.
Mystic Mind wasn't that toxic when it first came out. I'm not gonna hold you because that was an internal format when it came out, right?
I'd imagine, but then you got to think about it. Then there was plenty of outs to that card then too.
Yeah, like people were main
Like
decking
and
outs for
like,
that card.
but like you can't like with like Orcus, right? You had like Crescendo
Yeah.
with Salad. You had like Roar and Rage.
Yep.
So like the deck's inherently out of the card.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have decks like that anymore.
Nope.
That inherently out the card.
Nope. Nope.
So
And,
the
and
card
that's
was
and that's the
toxic.
thing now. Do we slow the game down, or do we just get rid of the cards and keep it getting faster and faster and faster? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, which is why you have other floodgates like TC Boo, Rivalry,
Like at this point,
uh,
I think Brad People needs to come back
anti
to three.
anti spell to a degree.
But in my honest opinion, I like the current format. I think it's the best format of Yu-Gi-Oh within the last year.
Um,
Within the last year, I think it's the best.
from yeah, I'd say from Sword Soul and Despia format to Splight and Tournament format. It's been pretty stable here.
Because like this
From
format is
Punk
less
from
floodgates.
Punk from the beginning of Sword Souls. Well, not the beginning of Sword Souls, maybe some of Protos and stuff like that. But like when Protos got banned and we got Despia and
Hmm.
then Punks up until now, it's been pretty good with the exception of Mystic Mind.
But like I hated the last like within the year, right? Within the last since last summer, I've relatively hated every format outside of this one because this one feels more skillful. It feels more thought provoking. Whereas the other ones where I know my combo, I make the board, can you break the board? No, you lose.
Yeah,
Yes, I lose. All right, cool. You know, like win statue, like Flunderies is not popular
yeah.
right now. That's amazing. Flunders are not that popular right now. That's nuts.
You can jot that down. You can jot that down for things you love to see.
Yeah, like shifter statue. What? That's not playable. What? Scythe dot deck not playable. What? Like yeah, like
Yeah,
I actually like this format. All the degenerate shit is out the way. Now, granted, I think Tears and Splight are really, really strong. Like both those decks explode. When they explode, they fucking explode. But at
yeah,
least you know at the end of the day, when they make their board, it's you can deal with it. Like it's not that crazy. Like I could deal with this.
yeah,
You know, I don't want to just scoop. Like I actually think I could break this board open and kill him.
yeah, yeah. That's like with Sword Soul and Despia matchup. Like it's like with Sword Soul, the follow up for Sword Soul wasn't that great, but the board was crazy. So if you break the board, you're in a pretty good position. With Despia, the board was never that crazy, but they had great follow up, which is
Oh yeah,
yeah. So
but that
like
was
the
a deck
board's not
I
that
didn't
crazy.
learn. I couldn't play at the high level of Despia. It just required so
Yeah,
much thinking for me. It was
yeah. It's like Sword Soul doesn't have that much recursion, but the board is crazy. Despia, on the other hand, it's not that crazy of a board, but the recursion is just like I'll keep playing even if you break my board.
damn.
So
We had over an hour, almost an hour and 30 into this shit, man.
yeah,
We was really cooking. I'm gonna wrap this
yeah,
up though. You know, we're gonna have another episode probably next week. Um,
yeah,
I don't have a schedule out yet, but all I can say is that we're gonna drop one next week. It's gonna be me and Lil, maybe a guest, maybe not. Throw a comment in the comment section of what you guys want us to talk about. Like a little just a little segment, or ask us a question. Or ask Lil a question about anything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
yeah,
but that's actually really fun though. This was a lot of fun.
yeah, yeah.
You got anything to say, Lil, before we wrap this up?
Don't play Mystic Mind. Don't be that guy. Even though I played Mystic Mind for a little bit.
You don't want them to win.
Yo, just don't be that guy. That's like you're like the worst kind of person.
Let me ask you a question. If they Mystic Mind somebody, but they do it to get a hand, then they get rid of it and kill them, is that as bad as somebody who's just playing to deck the person out?
Um, I wouldn't say that's as bad. If you break and you activate it, whatever.
So would you get mad if someone Mystic Mind you and they got rid of it, and then
Oh
like
yes,
4 or 5 turns
100%.
later, and then they killed you?
First of all, if you're missing mine, I'm gonna be pissed off. I
Oh.
don't care. I don't care anything you do. I'm gonna be pissed off. But
Okay. There's no way to make you happy on how they activate. I got you.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. That card's degenerate.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I'm Cody.
All right.
It's Lil. We out.
All right.